but he has been given a tag of being one of the ingredients for Google's success. Can you believe it?
It's amazing.
Let's meet Charlie Ayers, and why he was attributed that success for Google is because it seems he served food that stimulated the mind of the people working at Google, and that's why they were more productive. He was serving lunch, right?
Right.
So people were more productive because he gave them food that motivated and stimulated their brain. How cool is that? That's
awesome.
Food for thought.
It is, and now he has his own place?
Yes, and I wanted to eat his food to get more stimulated. You should try that too.
Well, you didn't take me.
Next time.
All right, please do.
We'll take you to Calafia, his restaurant out there in Palo Alto. Ivy, you're managing this awesome place. When I walked in, it looked like I got transformed into some way back when time. Tell me more about this place and how did you get involved?
Well, Calafia Cafe has been here in Town and Country for 3 years. Chef Charlie Ayers opened it after he left Google, and we worked together at Google for about 13 years. So he was the chef, executive chef there, and I helped organize the private parties there.
I believe 300-400 people come here every day. What's special about this place? What differentiates this place from any other?
Well, the food is all local. It's organic, it's fresh. Everything is made here. Nothing comes out of a box. So that's one of the main reason I think people come. It's healthy, good food that makes you feel good and you enjoy eating. But also the atmosphere is very warm. It's lovely. The service is really nice. And we really get to know our regulars. It's like a family here.
I believe most of the food here is vegan food, right? When we think of American food, it's all about meat. I mean, that's what I would think. How are you breaking that barrier of making Americans choose healthier food, which is non-meat?
Well, we prefer to give people food that they are somewhat familiar with, but test their boundaries a little bit, introduce them to things that they may not know about, but it's better for them, but present it in a way that is approachable and it won't be too scary, so they won't be afraid to try it. So we'll incorporate quinoa into dishes that they already love, or things like amaranth, which is another grain, so that people aren't afraid to try it. So this is a crimson quinoa. It's beet infused golden quinoa with some parsley, lemon zest, beets, red currants, and then it's served with shaved beets, basil citrus vinaigrette, and some wild arugula.
It's yummy.
Great. We love it.
It's quinoa, huh?
It's quinoa, it's vegan, it's protein, vegetables, a lot of minerals and vitamins. It's good for you, it's satisfying and delicious.
I could eat this whole day. This is awesome. Very nice. So
Thanks.
Overlaid with beet to match the color?
Yeah.
So that's what you were saying. You have to display it or serve it in a very colorful, nice way so people like it, right?
The more colors, the more vitamins and minerals it has.
Charlie, it's an absolute honor and pleasure to talk to you here today. Welcome to WomenNow.
Thank you for having me.
But tell me, at what point in your life you realized that you were going to be a chef?
Probably since I was a little boy, around 8 years old. I always enjoyed cooking and enjoyed being around the kitchen, and so that's something I've always known.
Now, you're so famous today. Google even says that because of the food you serve, they're so successful today. I mean, tell me what differentiates you, or was it the right place, right time for you?
It was a little bit of both. My style of cooking has always been lighter. Using local ingredients. I know everyone talks about doing that now, but it's something I've always practiced. I've always taken classic dishes and reinterpreted them, made them a little bit healthier. So I think that had a lot to do with it.
Now, what's your theory when it comes to food? What's your theory of how food should be?
always as fresh as possible. I don't like to have to bring foods in from over 150 miles. We do have some foods that travel that farther, but that's our coffee, our chocolate, our sake, and our salmon. I really truly feel that foods lose their nutritional value to a certain degree once they've traveled too far. As soon as they're harvested, they're already starting to die. So.
Now, what's your favorite ingredient when it comes to cooking? Everyone has their favorite ingredient and they can't cook any dish without that. What is that for you?
You need to use salt in everything, and too many people are afraid to use salt. Especially when you're cooking in a restaurant. I'll have certain employees that are helping me prepare a dish. And I'll tell them there's not enough salt in that. And they taste it and they're like, oh, it tastes fine to me. We don't. I said, well, do you use salt in your cooking at home? Not too much. So, well, when you're cooking for hundreds of people a day, you need to take into account that not everyone has a great palate, and you need to, make sure everything's balanced properly. So even in desserts, there needs to be a certain degree of salt used.
Well, let's talk about South Asians a little bit. South Asians are at a high risk for heart attacks, and they should stick to healthy food. What kind of diet or what kind of food would you recommend? What kind of ingredients would you recommend that could reduce the risk of heart attack?
Primarily a vegetarian and vegan diet, using oils that are high in omega-3 fatty acids, using coconut oils, safflower oils, canola oils, olive oils. Try and stay away from anything that's highly processed or that has ingredients in it that you can't pronounce. That's my rule of thumb. Always try and cook foods that you're familiar with first and that you're comfortable with. Once you get that basic understanding down, then be a little adventurous and try new foods.
Now, walk me through a fun experience that you've had at Google or any other kitchen. Some funny moment, something that you remember all your life.
Well, one time at Google, I got a great deal on lobsters, and I was serving them lobster at lunch one day, and I had forgotten to order lobster bibs. But I had these long dishwasher aprons that they were disposable, made of plastic, so they kind of looked like a lobster bib that you would eat in a seafood restaurant, but they covered your lap, and and it was a little joke myself in the kitchen had, because we looked out in the dining room and saw all the employees wearing these dishwashers aprons instead of lobster bibs, and the employees never knew, but it was pretty funny on our end. It's our tofu scramble. It's made with silken tofu, cumin, turmeric, carrots, a little ginger powder, garlic powder, and then we saute some mushrooms and some spinach as well.
This looks awesome. Let me try it. So turmeric is not an ingredient that a lot of Americans use, right? What made you choose turmeric?
Well, once it helps to clear the plaque from the brain, so it gives you clarity when you're eating, but also it gives you that hint of yellow that people associate with eggs. So.
Wow, this is awesome. Take one more.
Coming up next.
Did you tell your parents? What did they say?
My parents were not in favor.